Hey Cancer, let's go ahead and see what's coming up for you guys in the month of October. Cancer in October. And while I shuffle and get you guys your cards, Cancer in October, I'm going to update you guys on the changes I've made on the different platforms. So here on YouTube, I'm going to continue doing the large general monthly and mid-month readings, as well as new and full moon readings. On TikTok, I'm going to be doing only love readings on, this one came out first. On Instagram, I'm going to be doing prosperity readings, which include, entrepreneurship, business, finances, career. And then on Facebook, I'm going to be doing the seasonal readings, which, depends on where the sun is at, what the reading will be based on. Right now it's in Libra, so it'll be about partnerships, whether business or romantic. And last but not least, if you guys do follow me on these platforms, I would appreciate it if you not only gave me a follow, but react to the videos, drop a comment that shows me that you appreciate my time and energy and makes me want to make more content for you guys, okay? All right, so overall energy, Cancer, we start with the King of Swords, Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. I feel like you're in a very, I want to say you're evaluating something. You're in the energy of measuring, evaluating something. Could be a connection with a soulmate, could be a connection with an employer. You're trying to determine whether whatever it is you're investing your energy into is giving you the returns that you have come to expect or that you want. So I feel like you are doing very well for yourself. Cancer, you show up as the type of energy that is not only independent. Now, keep in mind, Nine of Pentacles, it's my rich bitch card, right? It's one of my favorite cards. It doesn't necessarily mean, though, that you're wealthy. It could just mean that you have abundance, you're prosperous, as in you're independent, you can take care of yourself, you always have food on the table, you have your bills paid, you don't have to rely on anybody else. That's what it means. Now, with the Six of Wands, you could also be in the energy of you are getting a lot of attention. The Justice card is here. That's Libra energy. We have Scorpio energy here as well. And then we have the King of Swords, which is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. But I feel like this is you, Cancer, so it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody else. Five of Swords is here, though. With the Justice card and the Five of Swords, I feel like some sort of injustice has been done or an imbalance has occurred. So this came out in the Gemini reading. Only you know if that one mixes with you. Maybe you have a Gemini rising, Gemini moon, or something in that field. But Five of Swords is the energy of making a point and then it kind of backfiring on you. So I don't know what you did that you were trying to make some sort of point. You were trying to, make some sort of point and then it kind of backfired. Could have to do with love. Doesn't necessarily have to be. I don't see a lot of love energies here. This could also have to do with some sort of opportunity at work. Maybe you were trying to be an entrepreneur. Two of Pentacles makes me think of somebody who's having fun while they make money. So something that they really enjoy doing. But Page of Cups is here. I feel like an apology might be extended. Or you just might get some message of love. But there is still, I feel like there's still some power struggles. See, here's the thing. If this is a relationship, relationships shouldn't really be about power struggles, right? Love isn't about power, although it is a powerful energy. When it's made about power, about who has more control, things are going to start, this is going to start happening. People are going to start playing mind games. They're going to start saying things just to spite the other person or doing things just to spite the other person. And this is going to erode the love with time. So let's get some clarity here, because I feel like something really surprising happens towards the end of October. Something that you probably don't see coming or you don't expect. So let's see. Clarify King of Swords for Cancer. We've got the Eight of Cups, the Devil, and the Hanged Man. So Cancer, I feel in this, at this time, you're in this energy of being very contemplative. If you can hear that, that's my cat with his new cat tree. He's tearing it up. I feel like you walked away from something. You walked away from a connection or from a job, but the shadow side is here, which means it's the Devil. You chose to walk away from a connection that started feeling toxic or toxic to you. But it's like you feel like you've learned something from this. You feel like you're illuminated now. Now, there's a different explanation, and it could be that you were so obsessed with whatever it is this was that you felt like you couldn't stay here. You had to walk away. And if that's what happened, then I feel like you also can't leave. Like there's an energy that has you stuck. So here's how you'll know which one it is. If it feels like it's a connection that was toxic and you had to walk away from it, you will feel a sense of peace having left. You'll know which one you are by the reaction, by the results. So if you feel a sense of peace after having walked away from this, and you're like, I did the right thing, you're going to feel peace. You're going to feel like you learned a lesson. Time to move on. If this is something that you were so consumed with and obsessed that you're like, I have to walk away from this because I don't want it to control me, and you turned it into a power game, then you're going to feel stuck. You're going to feel like no matter what, you can't let go of it. So that's how you'll know. That's how you'll know which end of the spectrum you're at. With the Page of Swords, the different scenarios play out here as well. So if it's something that you walked away from because it was detrimental to you, Page of Swords means you're going to be you're going to examine it, you're going to turn it over, you're going to learn as much as you can from it. If this is the situation where you were so obsessed with whatever this is that you had to walk away because you don't want it having power over you, you're just watching now. You're an observer because you also can't detach from it. Let's look at the Nine of Pentacles. Clarify Nine of Pentacles. We've got the Ten of Wands, Five of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like we have two very different storylines playing out at the same time. So for half of you Cancers, it's going to be playing out one way, and for the other half, it's going to be playing out. So I'm going to be saying two different stories, okay? So I feel like the Wheel of Fate is definitely a part of this, right? Things are always moving according to where we're supposed to be. Now, they may not always go exactly how we think they will, but if you are an independent single person, right? You're the first person. You're the one that walked away from something that felt toxic. You're the one that walked away from something that felt like there was a lot of mind games. There was maybe not honesty. You feel like you're aligned with your path. You're willing to take responsibility for your actions. And you know, with the Five of Swords, you're in this energy of, I know that this person is probably saying very mean things about me, very hateful things about me, but you don't care. This door has been shut and you're just like sitting in front of it like you shall not pass. For the other half of you who walked away from something because you were getting too consumed with it, being single or being away from it became a burden. And the Five of Swords energy is about I can't think of the word, an empty victory. It turned into an empty victory. It turned into a victory like, yeah, maybe you hurt this person when you walk away, but you're the one that ends up hurt in the end because now this door has been shut to you. So with the Wheel of the Year, things are moving according to the way they should. So we'll see why this had to happen. I think that'll, because we are on the first card, that'll be explained later, but I feel like there was a reason why this had to happen. Let's look at the Six of Wands. Clarify Six of Wands. We've got the Emperor, Six of Wands, Ace of Wands, Queen of Cups, with the Page of Cups. So for the first half that walked away from something toxic, I feel like you're very much stepping into a masculine energy. Yes, there may be passion towards whatever it is that was toxic, but you're also in the energy of compassion. You understand that it's probably coming from a place of not being healed. It's coming from a place of you're being very soft towards them. Although your face is emperor-like, right? You're not bending. You're not putting your boundaries aside. You can still look at them with softness. You can still look at them with compassion. You're just not letting that unconditional love turn you into a doormat. For others of you, I feel like this could be you dealing with another Cancer, because it feels like the other side of the story. If the person that walked away from you did so because they felt like too consumed with whatever this was, I feel like they're stepping into the energy of determination. Now, the problem with that is that the determination is coming from a lot of passion. There is love, but I don't think that they realize that, because these two came first. They feel they're more focused on the carnal side of things than on the emotional side of things. And they're coming in not ready to be vulnerable at all. They're coming in with wanting to take back control of this connection. They're coming in almost like you're a conquest, like you're a like you're hold on, I'm trying to find there's a thread here I'm trying to find. Like maybe you're the only one that's ever turned them down, and they can't stand that. So I would be careful with this energy because of how they're coming in. They're coming in fully armored, both as the Emperor and the Six of Wands, because you're a trophy. You're being seen as something that needs to be conquered and won, physically, emotionally. But I don't know that they're ready to give emotionally. That's the issue, because one of you is showing up in Queen of Cups energy, the other one's showing up in Page of Cups energy. The emotions are there, but one of you is willing to step into emotion, the other one is not. Let's look at Justice card. Let's see. Clarify the Justice card. We've got Six of Wands again. The Strength card. Oh, okay. And the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. See, this is making a lot more sense. Okay, so let me explain something to you. I feel as if whoever the feminine energy is, they're showing up in Libra energy, both Justice card and the Empress, because this is the Empress with the Strength, with the Lion. It doesn't matter, because the sign could be anybody. But okay, so the Strength card shows the Empress being able to tame a lion, right? So the thing about this lion is that how can an Empress, without any weapons, without any superior force, tame a lion? It's the strength of love. That's what it is. So let's say this beast, everybody was trying to tame it. It was this formidable, powerful beast. Everybody's trying to tame it through force. So by the time it gets to this Empress, it's full of cuts, bruises, it's malnourished, it's wounded badly. And what she does, instead of trying to tame it, she's gently feeding it, she's being cautious, treating its wounds. So this is the only person the lion will not attack. Not because she has superior strength, but because the strength she has is her heart. It's her love. Now, Unfortunately, this lion is probably not fully tamed because now there's almost like a resentment that they can't attack her, that they can't, like they feel this, because this is a person, right? They could be a Leo too. This is a Jupiter Leo card, I believe, so they could have Leo energy, but there's this need to conquer her now. Now they see her like, okay, well now she belongs to me because she has conquered me. Now they're trying to conquer her, but you don't really. That's not really how it works with the Empress. And so now they see her like some sort of trophy that they're gonna put on their mantle. And now she's turning into Emperor energy because she's like, no. Just because I have softness, just because I'm feminine, does not mean that you get to possess me. So with the Ten of Pentacles here, I feel like there's this, both people really care about the other. And there's a lot of sense of comfort, familiarity, but they're coming from very opposite ends of what love means to them. It could be that this lion has never experienced love, and that's why they're taking love like a power play. They feel like the Empress, the feminine, has too much power over them, which is why they ran initially, which is why they avoided it. But whoever it is that ran because the emotion was too powerful, they just hurt themselves. They're stuck because they can't leave. This is the only time they've ever experienced it. So now they're trying to recreate it, but let's see. Let's look at this Five of Swords. Clarify Five of Swords. We've got the Karma card, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, with the Ten of Cups. So yeah, Karma card is here. It's a karmic connection. Like, there's no coincidence here about being aligned with the only person that could soften them. That's not a coincidence. It's karmic. It's a karmic contract. But this person was like, oh, hell no. Something about this terrified them. They took it like somebody has power over them, and now they have to have power over this person or it's not going to work. They have to be in control. So it's ruining, it's like tarnishing the bond that was there. Where the Empress, because there's feminine energy, right? The Empress put in time, dedication, and gave them happiness, harmony. And then they turned on that, or they turned against it. They didn't want that. They wanted to be able to control it. And in doing so, I think that they might have broken it. They might have misunderstood her intentions, or they misunderstood what was happening. Happiness was there, but they're not familiar with that. They're not used to that. And so it's almost like having a kitten, never knowing how soft it is, and then accidentally killing it. I know that's really dark, but I'm just saying that's how this feels. Let's look at the Ace of Cups. Sorry. I just had to say that. Clarify Ace of Cups, because that's what it feels like. Sun card, Two of Wands, and Nine of Wands. With the Ace of Swords. So I feel like the masculine is understanding now. There's clarity. They may not be saying this, they may not be expressing this, but there's that Ace of Cups again. They're understanding that they reacted this way, ironically, because they are in love. Because they love the Empress. But they're in full armor. They don't know how to take that off. And I think they will. They're showing up now, still on a horse, but it's like their inner child is showing up. Their bright, optimistic self is showing up. Or this is what they want. This is what they want to bring to her. They want to show her they can be soft. So I do feel plans being made. Now, we do have the Nine of Wands here, so I don't know that the Empress is going to be very receptive, especially initially. I don't think it's over because it's 9, right? The 9s are right before. There's still time before this is over. One time. Because they're 1 away from it being over. They're 1 pentacle away from the 10, 1 wand away from the 10. Let's look at the 2 of Pentacles. So it's almost like the last chance. 2 of Pentacles. Clarify 2 of Pentacles. We've got the Lovers. Oh, wow. 5 of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. The 9 of Swords. Again, 1 away. So 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, 9 of Swords. 1 away from it being over. So with the Lovers here, this is a very beautiful mix of masculine and feminine energy being divinely guided to each other. But I feel like especially the masculine was very much in this energy of lack. They're used to this. This is what their world looked like. This is what they were normally around. Gray, coldness, harshness, loneliness. They were used to this. This was their world. And the Empress brought this. A feeling of home, a feeling of safety, a feeling of completeness, wholeness. And initially, I think that they might have sabotaged it. And now they look back and they're like, wait a minute. I could have this. But this is, offering this to the Empress is giving them anxiety. Because they know they hurt her. They know that they hurt her, and they know that if it doesn't work out, it's going to hurt them. They're already hurting, but, it could hurt more if they lose her completely. Let's look at the Page of Cups. Clarify Page of Cups. Okay, so there is a resolve to fix this. There is a resolve. Look at all these pentacles. 7 pentacles, 8, 9, and 10. There's a resolve to bring this back. They want to restore this. So up until now, they feel like they've already put in a lot. How do they put in more? How do they top it off? How do they finish it? It's gonna take this is the energy of being shy. Like this part of life they've never dealt with before. If they're showing up as an Emperor and they're showing up as 6 of Wands, they may be very accomplished in career. They may be very accomplished in a lot of different areas of their life. But this specific area, the emotional side, the love side, this is very foreign to them. They feel like they're out of their depth here. They don't really know how to move forward, but the intention is there. They're just it's like they're figuring out the how, when, where, and why. I think for this person, it's really difficult to put themselves in the Empress's shoes because they've never lived her experience. And that's honestly the only way that they would understand how to approach her is to put themselves in her shoes, and they don't know how to do that. Let's look at the 5 of Wands. But there is a wanting, this is a desire, a yearning to make that happen. Clarify 5 of Wands. 9 of Swords, 3 of Swords. 8 of Wands. So this is what they're afraid of. They're afraid that there's going to be a argument, conflict, and almost like whatever this Empress, the words that this Empress uses hurts them. This is what they hate. They feel like she's their weak side now. When it's not about weak side, it's about vulnerability. That's what it's about. And vulnerability is not a weakness unless we turn it into one. So I'm going to give an example about that because I know that sounds contradictory. Vulnerability automatically brings the impression of lack of protection, right? But if you picture somebody wearing this type of armor, trying to hug you, that's going to hurt, right? Somebody this protective of themselves, trying to hold you, trying to make love to you, trying to even kiss you, it's going to be very uncomfortable. To be able to create a bond with an empress, vulnerability is required. Taking the armor off is required. And if you notice, whenever she showed up, she wasn't wearing armor. Even though they were a full-blown beast, she wasn't wearing armor. She didn't feel the need to. She saw in them the gentleness. She saw in them a lot of things that they didn't even see in themselves. So she was vulnerable, and that made them vulnerable. That when they're with her, they did take off the armor. But now they feel like she knows too much. She's too close to them. And it's almost like a love-hate relationship with it. They love the vulnerability that she brought out in them, and they hate it at the same time, which is this conflict. So actually, this conflict is internal. It's not with her. She's not fighting them. It's within themselves. They want to communicate with her. They want more of this vulnerability from her and from themselves. And at the same time, they're like, yeah, but that fucking hurts. I don't know that I can handle it. I don't know that I want it. It's too much. And so they're at the 9, which means they're either going to give up or they're going to come forward. One of the two. They're either going to want to heal their heart or they'd rather leave it broken forever. Only they know. And then we have the Tower. I feel like the desire is to take a leap of faith, though. Yeah. Look at this. Whatever she gave them was so unique. It was so amazing that they want to experience it again. They're just not saying that. Because again, that requires vulnerability. Let's look at the Tower. Clarify the Tower. Oof. Queen of Swords. Ace of Cups. Ouch. 10 of Swords. With the Chariot. The outcome is not really solidified because there's a lot of determination here. They're very determined, but they're showing up with the determination. Remember I said they're seeing her like a trophy, like something that needs to be conquered and won. But they're showing up armor, full armor, full armor. All 3 images, they're in full armor. It's almost like they're trying to come back and be like, okay, well, I'm in control, you know. Just because you're like this soft, squishy thing doesn't mean I'm not in control. You're not. The only thing that's going to produce, instead of her showing up like this, she's showing up like this. She's not phased. She's an empress. You don't phase the empress. So she's not phased, but she's very protective of herself, and she's showing up in a very cold energy. Because the love that's being offered is like, it's coming in with this energy of what she offers is unwanted. The vulnerability that she represents is eliminated. So with the Tower, what may surprise this emperor is her rejection. And they're confused because they're like, but I know you feel this. Why would you reject me? Because of how it's being offered. This is frustrating. This is really frustrating because like this person has no fucking clue what they're doing wrong. They don't know why they're getting these results. But it's because of this. It's because of this energy. It's like showing up with armor, wanting her to hug them, wanting her to be soft with them, but they're not willing to be soft with her. Once she did a lot of healing on them. Once she gave them healing, they're like, okay, I'm good now. They put the armor back on, and I want you to keep being soft, but I'm not going to be soft. And that's not, it requires vulnerability. Okay. All right. I'm going to end the reading here because that's a lot. I feel like I keep repeating myself. I will see you guys on the other platforms. And I hope that you like the video and drop a comment down below. Okay. Bye.